About a week ago, Paul Saladino posted his clean animal-based deodorant recipe.
I use regular deodorant in over 10 years and I don't smell bad.
And I pretty much immediately went to buy the ingredients once I watched it. For a while now, we've been subbing out toxic ingredients with clean source items, and deodorant's one of those things that's pretty high up on the priority list for us now. I had a few concerns though, because I do live in the South where it gets to 90 plus degrees. I do work out in an unconditioned space, and I do use my sauna pretty much nightly, so I sweat a lot. Over the past week, I've really put this stuff to the test with vigorous workouts, with daily sauna sessions, and I'm ready to share my results and let you know if this stuff actually works or not. Let's get into it. I went to my local Whole Foods to pick up the ingredients that were needed. I already had the essential oils and the baking soda, so I didn't need to purchase those, but the rest of the ingredients were fairly inexpensive, and my total came out to right about $27. Seems like I'll have a good bit left over too. Now the brands that I used are slightly different because I went to Whole Foods to pick up these ingredients rather than ordering online and waiting for them to come in, but all the products are the same, so this should work exactly the same. The first ingredient that we're going to use is this grass-fed beef tallow. We're going to take 5 tablespoons out of here, melt it in a pan, and then go ahead and transfer it over to a bowl once it's in its liquid form. We're going to do the exact same thing with this coconut oil here. 5 tablespoons, get it to a liquid state, and then go ahead and add it to the bowl. After that, we're going to move to our baking soda, and Paul does mention if you have sensitive skin that you may want to avoid this one, but we're going to go ahead and do 3 tablespoons of this baking soda and add it right into the bowl. The next ingredient is going to be cornstarch. We're going to do half a cup of this right into the bowl. And the final ingredient is essential oils. Now this is an orange. We're going to do somewhere between 10 to 20 droplets, depending on how strong you want that smell to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over into this container here. Put the lid on, put it in the fridge, and we should be good to go in about an hour. It's been a few hours now, so this stuff should be ready to go. Let's take a look. So this is what it looks like here. Really impressed with how it isn't greasy. I thought because there was fats in it, it would kind of come out a little bit greasy. It does feel like it might be a little tough to spread just because it is a pretty hard substance, so it's not really getting on my fingers. I think it's going to take me kind of pressing my fingers in there and warming it up a bit in order to get it to melt to be able to apply it. But overall, I mean, it smells good. You can definitely smell the baking soda. You can smell a bit of the orange. I think I probably could have put a little bit more of the orange. I'm going to go ahead and apply it, and we'll see how it does. So my initial thoughts after applying this stuff is that it's actually a lot cleaner than I thought it would feel. Because of the coconut oil and the beef tallow, I kind of expected it to be like greasy or maybe have a little bit of a residue, but I'm really not getting that at all. I'm going to give this a little bit of time to absorb, and then I'm going to head out, do a workout, and put it to the test. All right, so I just finished a workout. Super sweaty, as you can see. This is day 1, so we're going to see how this stuff's working. We're going to do a sniff test. So Levi, Mom, you guys ready? Go ahead. How is it?
It doesn't smell bad.
Levi, how do I smell?
Good.
Good. Pass the test, day 1. I know this is only day 1, but honestly, I'm super impressed. It really doesn't smell like anything at all. Not sweat, not even the orange essential oils. It really just smells like nothing. So we'll see how the next few days go, but initial impressions, I'm impressed. Over the next week, I continued to apply this deodorant. I made sure to continue using my sauna daily, and I hit some nice, hard, sweaty workouts to make sure I was really putting this stuff to the test. All right, friends, we made it to day 7. Overall, it's a super clean application. It's super easy to make, and it's pretty inexpensive. I mean, even after using this stuff for 7 days, it really doesn't even look like I touched it. Again, I'm still kind of trying to work out how much I actually should be applying, but I do think that this will last a few months, and I didn't do the math of what the total is, but it really didn't cost much to make this size right here. I was pleasantly surprised at how clean the application was. I mean, putting this stuff on doesn't feel greasy, it doesn't feel oily, it feels natural. I was concerned about white shirts, but as you can see, I really didn't get any sort of staining, which, you know, it might be a little too early only wearing shirts for about a week wearing this stuff to tell if it were to stain it. but I thought initially it would happen kind of right away just because of that beef tallow and because of that coconut oil there, but it really doesn't look like this stuff is gonna stain these shirts because your body really does do a good job of kind of absorbing it up. Now, the thing that I really appreciate about this deodorant is the fact that it actually washes off at night. So I was using store-bought deodorant before, and I'd go to shower at night and I would scrub my armpits and I could still smell the smell of that deodorant laying in bed at night, no matter how hard that I scrubbed it, no matter how much soap I used. And that always kind of made me feel weird because I was like, why will this stuff not wash off? Definitely not the case here. When I get into bed, I feel super clean. I smell like soap. I no longer smell like the essential oils and the ingredients in here. And it doesn't feel like I have any of that like sticky deodorant residue kind of left over on my body. When it comes to smell now, does this stuff actually work? I would say yes, it does. I noticed that when you're actively sweating, you kind of get a little bit of a smell. I mean, even with regular deodorant, you'll kind of get a little bit of a smell if you're really sweating. But when you stop sweating and all that sweat kind of goes away, I noticed that there's almost no smell left over whatsoever. So, I mean, I'd say that this probably acts like normal deodorant when you're actively sweating a lot, but I would say that it acts a little bit better and kind of masks smell better than normal deodorant when you're no longer sweating and you're just kind of dried up in that sweat. Now, something I've kind of found while applying this stuff is if you let it sit out for a few minutes before you plan to apply it, it's a lot easier because it'll kind of soften up and you'll be able to actually get it onto your fingers. If you come straight out of the fridge and you try and rub that onto your fingers and apply it, it really isn't gonna spread and it's not gonna get on your fingers too well. You're really not gonna get much out of it. So give it a little bit of time to kind of soften up and then apply it. I do think that it probably needs to be stored in a refrigerator all the time because I think that it might get too softened up and it might get then oily and kind of leave stains on your shirts if it's out. But that's something that maybe I can test in the future. So my overall opinion of this stuff, honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I really didn't think that it was gonna perform as well as it does. I had concerns about sweating onto shirts or staining, which doesn't seem to be an issue. And the ingredients are way cleaner than anything you can get in a store. There's no heavy metals, there's no things that you can't pronounce in this. I mean, it's super simple, 5 ingredients, easy to make, time efficient, and again, it's inexpensive. Now I'm gonna continue using this stuff, so I'll update this video if I learn something new, if it stops working, if it starts working better maybe. I don't know. If anything happens that I didn't post in this video, I'll kind of update this and let you guys know. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any additional questions, drop them in the comments below, or if you try this deodorant out for yourself, leave a comment and let me know how it works out for you. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.